Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. There was never any fuss with Gerard, just quiet brilliance, said a fellow actor. He led with kindness, not ego. Gerard Kennedy, who passed away peacefully at 93, brought life to the screen in a way few others could. From his early theater days to becoming a household name across Australia, he built a legacy rooted in authenticity, humility, and sheer talent. Audiences first took notice when his character Crag on the series Hunter transformed from villain to hero, because fans simply didn't want to lose him. That charm and intensity carried into Detective Frank Banner in Division 4, a role that earned him 2 gold Logies and cemented his place in Australian television history. His career journey spanned over 5 decades, with more than 80 film and TV appearances. From the historical thrill of Against the Wind to the gritty storytelling of Underbelly, Kennedy tackled every role with quiet power. He also appeared in notable films such as Newsfront, The Light Horseman, and Wolf Creek 2, never losing touch with the craft he so deeply respected. Despite his fame, Kennedy was humble. He kept his awards tucked away, preferring the focus be on the work, not the accolades. He treated everyone on set the same, with warmth, patience, and respect. Behind the scenes, he was known for lifting others up. Actor Liz Birch remembered him as easygoing and generous, always making space for up-and-coming talent. His professionalism inspired, and his presence calmed. Gerard's body of work was vast, but his real strength lay in how he moved people, on screen and off. Whether it was through powerful dialogue, a knowing look, or a quiet moment, he made sure every role mattered. Though he passed from natural causes, the memory of his performances continues to echo. Colleagues, friends, and fans have spent the days since his passing sharing stories and gratitude for the man who gave Australian TV and film some of its most unforgettable moments. He leaves behind his beloved daughter, Chrysania, and a national legacy of courage, grace, and brilliance. Tributes to Gerard Kennedy. Number 6. Alexis's commitment to equity wasn't just policy, it was personal, said a close colleague. She believed in lifting others because someone once reached out a hand to lift her. Alexis Herman, a trailblazer whose voice shaped opportunities for millions, passed away peacefully at the age of 77. Her impact will echo for generations. Born in Alabama during a time of deep national division, Alexis transformed challenges into purpose. With a heart for service and a drive that never dimmed, she reshaped the country's labor movement from the inside out. Appointed as the first African-American Secretary of Labor, her leadership marked a turning point. Under her guidance, child labor standards were strengthened worldwide. Job opportunities expanded for women and minorities. Thousands journeyed from welfare to workforce with dignity and hope. But her influence wasn't limited to government. As CEO of New Ventures LLC and a board member for companies like Coca-Cola and Toyota, Alexis brought compassion and clarity where it mattered most, at the table where decisions were made. Earlier in her journey, she became the youngest director of the Women's Bureau at just 29. Long before that milestone, she worked on the ground in the South, helping young people and single mothers find stability. That grassroots connection never left her. It guided every speech, meeting, and mission. She didn't seek the spotlight, but it often found her, because of her wisdom, her perspective, and her gift for listening. Alexis was also a quiet force of mentorship, helping others rise behind her. Her warmth made people believe in possibility. She often said, "The measure of our progress is not where we stand, but how far we've come." Colleagues describe her as unwavering in values and deeply kind at every turn. The National Urban League celebrated her life, saying, She inspired generations to break barriers and serve with excellence. Alexis lost her beloved husband, Dr. Charles Franklin, over a decade ago, but their shared purpose carried on. She leaves behind countless lives touched by her courage and compassion. Her passing, due to natural causes, is a profound loss to the nation she helped shape. From the halls of power to the hands of everyday workers, Alexis Herman made justice real, not through grand gestures, but through steady, fearless work. Tributes to Alexis Herman. Number 5. In every dugout he entered, and every classroom he stepped into, Buster Hare left people better than he found them. Harold Buster Hare, a pillar in Jacksonville's sports and education communities, passed away peacefully at the age of 92. A soft-spoken leader with an unmistakable presence, he lived a life devoted to excellence, service, and the uplift of others. As a young boy in Jacksonville, Buster's love for baseball took root early. Leading the Jacksonville Eagles to a championship as a Little League star was just the beginning. At North Carolina A&T, he shined not only on the field, captaining 4 championship teams, but in the classroom, earning top academic honors. That balance of commitment and humility would define him for decades to come. In the 1950s, Buster made his mark in Negro League baseball with the Birmingham Black Barons and Kansas City Monarchs. A rookie all-star selection and later a batting leader, he stood tall in one of baseball's most historic chapters. His .355 average in 1958 spoke volumes, but it was his calm determination, grace under pressure, that inspired teammates and intimidated pitchers. Off the field, his greatness continued. After earning a master's degree in education, he returned to Jacksonville to teach, coach, and mentor. Hundreds of lives, students, players, fellow educators, were shaped by his steady guidance and quiet wisdom. In 1996, his alma mater honored him with a place in the North Carolina A&T Hall of Fame. Yet, ask anyone who knew him, and they'll say his real legacy lived in the people he inspired. After his passing, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and former students praised a man who opened doors with both talent and heart. As one tribute put it, he carried history with him and gave our community pride beyond the scoreboard. Harold Buster Hare lived with grace, courage, and purpose. His passing follows a brief illness, and he is mourned deeply by loved ones, friends, and generations he helped shape. He leaves behind no shortage of stories, of big hits, thoughtful lessons, and moments that changed lives. Tributes to Harold Buster Hare. Number 4. History demands to be remembered. James L. Swanson once said, a belief he lived by every day. Through the pages of his work, he gave voice to the past and brought its pivotal moments vividly to life. Swanson passed away peacefully at age 66 after a battle with cancer, leaving behind a legacy that shaped how generations understand American history. Readers across the country know his name from the best-selling book Manhunt, where he unraveled the gripping chase for Lincoln's killer. That work earned him the prestigious Edgar Award and became a staple in both classrooms and libraries. But his storytelling didn't stop there. He also explored the trials of Lincoln's assassins and offered a powerful account of the Kennedy assassination for younger readers. In each book, Swanson combined deep research with a rare gift for narrative. He told true stories so compelling they sometimes read like novels. Born in Chicago on Lincoln's birthday, it seemed fitting that he would one day become one of the nation's foremost voices on Civil War history. With degrees in history and law, he served in the U.S. Department of Justice and worked with policy leaders at the Heritage Foundation and the Cato Institute. His work there helped shape public understanding of the Constitution and American law, yet his greatest legacy may be how he made history feel alive. Swanson had a way of making the past matter, of connecting distant events to the hearts of today's readers. His words invited people of all ages to see the importance of understanding where we came from. In a statement, officials at the Cato Institute spoke of his passion, sharp intellect, and commitment to historical truth. James brought clarity and respect to everything he touched, it read. James L. Swanson gave so many the gift of curiosity. Through his writings and work in public service, he helped unlock the stories that shaped our nation. Though he is gone, his words remain. Tributes to James L. Swanson. Number 3. For decades, Leonard had passionately warned of the white nationalist march from the margins to the mainstream. He never made it about him. These powerful words from his colleague Devin Burghardt capture the quiet strength and moral clarity of Leonard Zeskind, a fearless voice in the ongoing battle for human dignity. Leonard Zeskind passed away at age 75 after a brief illness, leaving behind a remarkable legacy stretching over 4 decades. He was known around the world not just for his deep knowledge but for what he inspired in others: awareness, resistance, and action. Born in Baltimore, Leonard didn't begin his journey in lecture halls or offices. He worked in industrial plants as a welder and steel fitter, grounded in the realities of working-class life. But stirred by the civil rights movement, he turned toward human rights activism in the 1980s and never looked back. He founded the Institute for Research and Education on Human Rights, a critical resource for tracking hate groups and defending democratic ideals. Through tireless research, Leonard exposed the rise of white nationalism before it reached the headlines, warning of threats others were reluctant to see. His landmark book, Blood and Politics, offered a vital history and chilling forecast of the far right's growing influence in America, and it remains more relevant than ever. Leonard's work didn't go unnoticed. He was awarded the MacArthur Fellowship, welcomed by the NAACP, and frequently invited to speak on the international stage. He testified before lawmakers, wrote for major publications, and remained deeply connected to grassroots movements. Despite such acclaim, Leonard remained deeply humble. He believed in collective action over individual fame. To many, he was a teacher, a mentor, and a moral compass in challenging times. His passing is mourned across communities, among scholars, journalists, faith groups, and activists who look to him for clarity and courage. His partner, Carol Smith, and countless colleagues carry forward the light he lit. Leonard Zeskind leaves behind more than research or written words. He leaves us the tools to recognize danger, the wisdom to confront it, and the heart to keep advocating for a just future. His voice may be gone, but his message lives on. Tributes to Leonard Zeskind. Number 2, it always felt like Erik brought a little more honesty to every role he played, a fellow actor once said. He didn't just perform, he lived the moment. Erik Ruus, the beloved Estonian actor, has passed away at the age of 62 after a brief illness. His presence, both on stage and on screen, left a quiet but powerful imprint on generations of audiences. Known by many through unforgettable film roles in Tulevesi, Minu Leninid, and Johannes Pääsukes, Toilain Elu, Erik's talent lay in his ability to make even the smallest gesture speak volumes. Whether in film, television, or on stage, he brought his characters to life with heart and conviction. A graduate of the Viljandi Culture Academy, Erik's career began in the theater, where he spent many creative years with Rockfair and Endla theaters. After 2009, he embraced life as a freelance artist, remaining a mainstay in the Estonian arts scene. But beyond his roles, Erik Ruus was remembered for his character. With quiet strength, humility, and deep respect for the craft, he inspired those around him. Colleagues speak of long rehearsals transformed into moments of discovery, and of his ability to listen, teach, and lead, without ever needing the spotlight off stage. Fans knew him from the widely loved television series Jana 13, Kelgukarad, Otlik Lend, and Klaas, Elu Pärast. Within each show, his performances felt grounded, familiar, and deeply human, making us laugh, pause, and reflect. Beyond acting, Erik also gave back as a member of the Estonian Theatre Union and Actors Union, sharing his voice and experience to shape the industry he loved so much. As tributes continue to pour in, one message stands out. He was the quiet heart of our stage. Our stories felt fuller because he was in them. Erik leaves behind a life that was lived sincerely, a body of work that speaks louder than words, and a legacy that continues in the hearts of those he moved. Tributes to Erik Ruus. What is the trending on internet? News 1. Family honors daughter's memory by fighting for school bus safety with Emery's Law. 3 years after a heartbreaking accident claimed the life of 6-year-old Emery Sayer, her family is turning their grief into action. On April 25, 2022, Emery tragically passed away after being accidentally struck by her school bus outside her Texas home. Now, her parents, Tori and Sean Sayer, are campaigning for Emery's Law, legislation that would require enhanced safety features on all school buses nationwide. Despite therapy and the healing power of time, the Sayers remain deeply affected by their loss. They have filed lawsuits against the bus manufacturer and dealer, alleging the absence of basic safety technologies contributed to the tragedy. Features like safety crossing arms, 360-degree cameras, and sensors, they argue, could help prevent future accidents. Their Change.org petition advocating for mandatory safety standards has already gathered more than 40,000 signatures, with the goal of reaching 100,000. The family has also traveled to Washington, D.C. to meet with lawmakers and push for change. Fighting for Emery's Law really is bringing us a sense of peace and justice for her, Tori says. We hope her legacy will make school buses safer for children everywhere. The Sayers' courage and advocacy stand as a testament to Emery's vibrant spirit and a family's unwavering love, turning personal heartbreak into hope for a safer future. News 2. Tributes pour in for famed stunt pilot Rob Holland. After tragic crash in Virginia, the aviation world is mourning the loss of legendary stunt pilot Rob Holland, who tragically passed away on April 24, 2025, during a landing attempt at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia. Holland, 44, was preparing for an upcoming performance at the Air Power over Hampton Roads Air Show. Known for his groundbreaking maneuvers and remarkable skill, Holland's career spanned over 3 decades. He earned numerous accolades, including 12 consecutive U.S. National Aerobatic Championships and 5 World Freestyle Aerobatic Championships. His custom MXS-RH aircraft, built with his own design modifications, helped him push the boundaries of modern aerobatics. A statement from Rob Holland Aerosports remembered him as one of the most respected and inspiring aerobatic pilots in aviation history, and praised his humility and constant drive for improvement. Authorities from the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, are leading the investigation into the crash, with a preliminary report expected within 30 days. Holland's legacy extends beyond his achievements. He inspired countless young pilots with his passion, determination, and positive spirit. As his team shared, "Never ever give up on your dreams," a fitting tribute to a man who lived his to the fullest. The aviation community, friends, and fans continue to celebrate Holland's contributions, honoring the extraordinary life he dedicated to the skies. News 3. Michigan student remembered as hero. After tragic accident in Mexico, the College of Creative Studies community in Detroit is mourning the loss of junior Alejandro Gonzalez, who tragically passed away after a heroic act. Alejandro, 20, was swept away by a riptide in Cancun, Mexico, on April 20th while attempting to rescue a friend during a swim with classmates. After an extensive search, authorities confirmed on April 23rd that Alejandro's body had been recovered. His mother, Renee Gonzalez, shared a heartfelt tribute on social media, posting a final photo of Alejandro smiling and giving 2 thumbs up by the ocean just moments before the accident. "We held out hope and prayed for a miracle," Renee wrote. "While the outcome wasn't what we wanted, God did answer our prayers. Alejandro's body has been found." A talented artist and Saginaw Arts and Sciences Academy graduate, Alejandro was remembered for his kindness, creativity, and fearless spirit. His artwork, including a cat-themed mural for the Great Mural Project in 2023, left a lasting mark on his community. A GoFundMe page created to assist the Gonzalez family has already raised over $8,000, reflecting the outpouring of support for a young man who touched many lives. As friends, family, and the community honor Alejandro's memory, his courageous and selfless actions serve as a powerful reminder of the extraordinary kindness he shared with the world. News 4. Family files lawsuit. After passenger's death. Following medical emergency on American Airlines flight. The family of John William Cannon, a 62-year-old passenger, has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against American Airlines, alleging a delayed response to his medical emergency contributed to his passing. Cannon, who was traveling to attend a celebration of life event, suffered a medical episode after landing in Dallas from Louisville on April 28, 2023. According to the lawsuit, despite showing signs of serious distress, Cannon was allowed to board his connecting flight to Colorado. During the flight, his condition reportedly worsened. The suit claims that the crew delayed requesting medical assistance until after the plane had landed, taxied to the gate, and other passengers had disembarked. Emergency responders provided oxygen and transported Cannon to Mercy Medical Center, but despite their efforts, he sadly passed away early the next morning. In response, American Airlines has stated they are reviewing the complaint. Cannon's son, Kyle, is seeking damages and hopes the case brings awareness to the importance of swift medical intervention during flights. Attorneys for the family emphasized the need for change, stating that Cannon's loss highlights a broader issue of ensuring passenger safety and timely care. The Cannon family's pursuit of justice serves as a reminder of the critical role airlines play in responding quickly and compassionately during emergencies, reinforcing the call for enhanced safety protocols for all travelers. Number 1. Ricky was the heart of every team he played on, always the first to pick you up, both on and off the field. Those were the words of a teammate, and anyone who knew Ricky Peters would agree. Warm, focused, reliable, Ricky wasn't just known for his stats, he was known for lifting others up. From the sandlots of Compton to center field in the big leagues, Ricky's steady presence made him a cornerstone wherever he stood. At Dominguez High School and later at Arizona State, he led with quiet confidence. In 1977, he helped bring home a College World Series title, batting .426, and proving he had the clutch gene. Soon after, Ricky began his journey in Major League Baseball. Drafted by the Detroit Tigers, he debuted in 1979 and never looked back. In 1980, he was named Tigers Rookie of the Year, finishing the season among league leaders in triples. He later brought his talents to Oakland, finishing a professional career that reminded fans what consistency and class looked like. With a .277 batting average and 255 career hits, Ricky didn't chase spotlight, he chased excellence. Teammates remembered the man who showed up early, worked hard, and smiled through every challenge. Even after retiring, he continued to lead, this time by mentoring youth and giving back to the communities that once cheered his name. That same determination, whether in the dugout or in life, never wavered. Ricky Peters passed away at the age of 69 after facing a long illness with courage and grace. He is remembered not only for his time on the field, but for how he made others feel, welcomed, valued, and supported. The baseball world mourns the loss of a true team player, but more than that, we honor the spirit Ricky brought to every pitch, every at-bat, and every moment in between. His story will continue to inspire anyone who believes in hard work, humility, and heart. Tributes to Ricky Peters. She never gave up, not on herself, not on others. That was her superpower. These words from a longtime colleague truly capture the heart of Lulu Roman.